Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm going to show you an image of my backyard. So, remember when I was talking about how there are those flowers that I noticed at a late night Taco Bell run with my little brother? I guess it couldn't have been that late because I saw the flowers. Anyway, how I talked about the flowers that had sprouted up, popped up in the backyard, and then how Pisces had that the seeds. Um, there we go. How Pisces had the seeds. These aren't dandelions, right? No. No, these aren't dandelions. I don't know what kind of flower this is, but these are the flowers. Those are the flowers. And then look at the backyard because it's like it's in this space of the yard where like there's no grass, really nothing's like really growing there. But those just like popped up. So interesting. But anyway, so today I got a new deck. This is the one Amazon was like, you might be interested in this deck. And most of the time when Amazon emails me things that I might be interested in, I pay them no mind. I pay them no heed, I pay them no mind, and I keep living my life. But I went to order some bamboo toilet paper because it's more sustainable for the environment, such as the trees. Um, and it was on the homepage of the app. So I was like, let me check it out. So I checked it out, and I didn't like look through everything, but I was like, you know what? This seems pretty cool. So I ordered it. And it came pretty quickly. Korean support. What? Y'all got Korean support? And it said double major. So I was like, what's that about? Hey Holly, how you doing? So, oh, this box is I guess this is an unboxing. It says we appreciate your feedback. Oh, it's this way. We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. Happy Easter, happy Resurrection Sunday, happy if today's something else, happy that. I know we're in the middle of Ramadan. Ramadan started. I don't know when Ramadan ends. But we're gonna get into this. It's a double major tarot deck, a new imagination. A double major tarot deck consists of a total of 76 major cards, 22 secondary major cards, 16 original court cards, and 16 secondary court cards. And a Korean English guidebook is included. A double major tarot deck consists of a total of 76 major cards, 22 secondary, 16 original courts, 16 secondary courts. I'm confused. I don't quite know how this is going to work or how this is going to happen, but it said double majors. I saw like two fools. I was like, that's interesting. I love that energy. It's kind of before and after. But I guess also not. So is it all majors? I don't know. I probably, maybe. Oh, girl, that's Korean. It said English and Korean. So the English, there we go. So there's the original major and then the second major. I see the hangman's off the post. And y'all know when I do these things, I don't usually like just flip through them. So I just pull cards and I read them, and then I'm like, I gotta do that. It's a beautiful sunny morning there. I'm glad to hear it for you. And Alaska, I'll ask you. How do I open this? I don't like using scissors. Steph! Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that, Steph. You had to put your dog down yesterday. and come home and dig his grave. Yeah. Um, we have a dog that's buried in the backyard. I think that's something that they say that you're not supposed to do now. But we buried her, and then the next year, a pink tulip, sprouted on her grave, and I was like, oh. Nobody like planted it. We don't know where it came from. Just like these yellow flowers just sprouted in the backyard, those popped up over um, over where we buried her. So you had a rough night. Was your dog with you? I didn't know you traveled with the dog. That's a not great full moon Libra moment. It was supposed to be like, it's full pink moon, hopefully gorgeous. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. You had her 11 years. So it is all majors. Majors and court cards. You sat under the moon with her last night. What was wrong with her, if you don't mind me asking? Was it just like the age that got to her? Or? The materials included in this website, including product design, text, graphics, and the selection and arrangement thereof, are copyrighted Golden Age Inc. Okay. This will be my title card, even though it's the copyright card. Cancer. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear it. I had another friend whose dog got cancer, and it's so difficult. But especially like when they're suffering like that, it doesn't make it any easier. But at least she won't be in pain anymore. Hey, Twitty, how you doing, Kathy? Ooh, who was that? They might still be together because I haven't fully shuffled all this out. But we'll see. Oh, we got three cards. Judgment, judgment in the world. I actually kind of like these. These are new experiences. Oh, can you see these? Because like judgment, this is the resurrection. But then in the secondary judgment card, we see them sort of like going about their new lives, and we see that this angel is in motion. So it's like it's I don't want to say an awakening that's sweeping the world, but I mean here's the world card next. So I really feel like it speaks of those new experiences, the whole new world. And they're clothed. They're still clothed here. Who's at the bottom? The Hierophant was at the bottom. They're either daffodils or crocuses. Crocuses? What's a crocus? Do crocus are crocuses an invasive species? I mean, do crocuses just pop up? But I guess the thing about like bees and butterflies and the wind is that a seed can travel anywhere. Maybe there's some animal that pooped it out in the backyard or something. Your friends had to put their beautiful Buddhist dog down yesterday. What? It means morning dove in Cherokee. Queen of Wands. Is that the primary or the secondary? What did I use this deck for? You burned a candle all day yesterday. Birds are amazing seed spreaders. Oh, because they eat them and then poop them. I was going to say the birds, the bees, the butterflies. Excuse me. Oh, daffodils. Did you say daffodils? Yeah, Welsh daffodils. OMG. Oh my gosh. Wait. No, those were violets. Violets just like popped up on the same side of the house, but in the front. Like these little violets. I was like, what? Flowers are just happening, I guess. Two morning doves just visited before you came on. That's gorgeous. But yeah, sorry for your loss, Stefan, for the loss of your friend, Kathy. Oh, look, there's a second world card. This is interesting because they both have this purple sort of get up. She's clothed now too. What's up with the naked people putting on clothes? And like the as above, so below is behind her. That makes me think of the your room. Let's get one more. I don't know how I'm gonna use these, but we'll see. I guess if I was doing zodiacs or something. Do they? The Page of Cups. I'm pretty sure that's the traditional Page of Cups. There we go. Oh, you can't even see me. I'm like over here. Oh, you see all that? You see my cereal bowl? I've been into the Cheerios crunch lately. This video isn't sponsored by Cheerios. You're thinking a nod to vulnerability or naivete with the clothes. I love how like empowered this world card feels. Like I don't know, it feels like she is like strutting on air. What's interesting though is it's almost like where the fool would fall, she walks on air. And if Acme Acme, is that the name of the things, or is that just what Wile E. Coyote uses to try to get the Roadrunner? If Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner and the Looney Tunes have taught me anything, when it comes to walking on air is that it is about confidence, because it's like for all of the characters, it's like they'll walk off the cliff and it's not until they look down and the fear sets in that they fall. It's like if they don't look down, if they're not afraid, they just keep walking. And the Queen of Wands does speak of confidence. And maybe it speaks to the many things that we sort of leave behind in the old world. 1 second. Okay, so it is. All right. I thought Acme was. Wait. Yeah. Wait. No. Hold up. So is Acme the name of the company in real life, or is it just the name of the company in the show? So in the show, they're the company that makes the Looney Tunes tools and trickery. I think that's how I'm reading it. Because is Looney Tunes like Warner Brothers? With all of the Porky Pig, that's all, folks. I should know who makes Looney Tunes. It might be Warner Brothers. It's just in the show. It is Warner Brothers. Okay, yeah. Because Porky Pig pops out of the WB and he's like, "That's all, folks." All right. Oh, is that the magician? We get both magicians and justice. This secondary magician is so interesting. I might have to read the book on this one. So, one of the wands, as above, so below, candle wand, magic thingies, that the world card left behind, the magician is holding. And then he's not holding anything. The sword and the wand are in a cupboard. The cup is on the table. And then we have the high priestess. Here. Where the page of cups is, so that's interesting. Twitter, you're confusing me. Stop. There's a real Acme everything. Oh, what does it mean? Yeah, I mean, so because when I was growing up, they would still play them. I mean, they redo the Looney Tunes over and over, though. It seems like every few years there's like a Looney Tunes reboot. I know they just recently did one where Lola Bunny is like dumb. Lola Bunny was my favorite character in Space Jam, the first Space Jam. Lola was my favorite. And in the new Looney Tunes, they made her an airhead. They made her dumb. I'm like, what? Why? Why would you take a powerful, empowered Lola Bunny? But I grew up on Baby Looney Tunes too. Baby Looney, yeah. Just marketing IRL. Okay. But yeah, that's why the Looney Tunes come back. One second, sorry. They are timeless. They transcend from generation to generation. Who is this? So this is the original high priestess. Oh, wait, where's the magician? Here he is. So the magician is dozing off in a chair. Maybe he could not win the boredom while waiting for someone. In the decoration cabinet, the four elements are displayed as if they want to be sold to someone. The magician looks like a lazy person because he has a reed in his mouth and rests his chin and his hand on the table. People who pursue a perfection in everything also feel tired and sometimes show an unexpected attitude. On the other side of the created plausible image, there is the boredom of ordinary life. Also, it would be a really boring experience to get disappointed in one's ideal type that he or she believed and followed before. Wait. Your entire utility room is decorated in Looney Tunes. Love that. I have a little book bag. It's in there somewhere. This tiny backpack with the Looney Tunes on it. I wish like I had bigger straps so I could still wear it. I got it when I was a child, so it feels though like this down here. It's almost because like this energy moves forward into a whole new world that now this magician is bored. It's almost like, well, without somebody else here, it's not fun anymore. I don't know. I don't know. Let's put these back. I'm gonna shuffle this out into like 5 piles to try to separate the mages. There's the hermit. I don't know what I'm doing with this deck. Okay, makes laundry fun. Ooh. I really don't know. There's that page. Oh, look at this one. Look at his face. And then the fish fell out the cup. Oh no. He's like, oh my gosh. Maybe he was about to drink it and the fish scared him. He wasn't paying attention. I don't know. It's interesting that the page of cups comes out again. The cup was the only thing that wasn't in the cupboard, though. Magician needs friends to play with? Yeah. And maybe that's a, success and manifestation and whatever. It's all fun, but, life is better with friends. Oh, snap. The tower and the star at the cut. Some giant is coming to put the tower back together. That's a Dr. Seuss fish. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. We had so many Dr. Seuss books. They might. No, I think we gave them to my little cousin. 10 apples up on top. Go, dog, go. The cat in the hat. Um, I think 10 apples up on top was my favorite. Sun card. Ooh, two cards. Okay. The Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. I don't know what I'm doing. I just mostly wanted to show you all the flowers and the little green pants. I don't think I've heard that word. Green eggs and ham. How could I forget green eggs and ham? Iconic. So this is the original sign. Should be. On the left side is the Knight of Pentacles. And on the right, it's Temperance and the Hanged Man. Look, that's the reed. Is that the reed that the magician was chewing on? Almost wonder if maybe the magician's power ran out. Because it's like with the confidence of the Queen of Wands giving the World card the ability to walk on air, it's a confidence that will see that person through, us through, you through, no matter what we face in the unknown. And because we have that confidence to face the unknown and to embrace it and to build a life on that side, it's almost like everything that was before, it's like it's losing power. And then the Page of Cups is the energy of like connecting and experiencing in that new space. Whereas, like before the World card, it's like before that portal closed and cut off the old world from its energy source, that magician had one of those Kendall magic wand sticks. But after the world, like after she left, because she was in the what's the word? Mandorla? I don't know. That's not it. But she was in the portal. It's like her being in the portal sort of fueled both sides. But now that she's out of it, there's no power there anymore. So that's why the magician is bored, and that's why the magician is selling his tools because they don't work anymore. And then the high priestess was reading the thing like, yeah, like it's like an eviction notice. But it's like, yeah, we said we were shut the power off on this day or under these circumstances. It's like a contract had been fulfilled. And it feels like that's why this temperance is like it's in the water now. There's nothing else to pour. Almost like there's nothing else to like heal or do. So it would be, I would think it's time to come down. But like both the Hierophant and the Knight of Pentacles, they speak of habits and what it is that we're used to doing, you know. That's interesting. And it's all, yeah, like with the butterfly, things have already changed. One cup is upright, the other cup is in the water. So it's interesting that because of that, it almost feels like a Five of Cups energy because there's the upright cup and the not upright cup. What? The thunder is rolling in. You had a one fish, two fish t shirt. You wore during your pregnancy with your twin. Maybe the storms have like cleansing energies, right, Steph? Cleansing or clearing. How would I use these? What do I need so many majors and court cards for? I don't know. The Knight of Cups is at the cut though. Something's going on with the cups. And if the cup is the communication, because the cup wasn't in the cupboard. So even if the power is cut to the magician, or he got bored with everything that was in his old reality, the cup is still there. But it's not like he was using it or holding it. So I guess to have it and not use it, almost. I'm not gonna take it, but we'll see what it is. It's judgment again. With the fool at the bottom of the deck. Now this fool has a cat. Usually it's a little doggy, right? This fool has a cat and a red flower instead of a dog and a white flower. And then here's the white flower right here. Is this some kind of alternate dimension, fool? I had a dream last night. It was so weird. I had a dream that I was like upstairs and there was like a pool or something downstairs, and I was with my brother, and there was this cat that was just like launching itself at this girl. And it's almost like we were watching a video, but it was like in real life because it just kept happening. And then I was holding a dog. I can't hold Chino. Like Chino was not small enough for me to like hold. But I was holding this dog, and then we went down, and we were walking around, and I saw these two cats like walking towards me, and I recognized the cat as one of the cats that was like jumping at that girl, like pouncing on her, but like leaping into the air. It was a white cat. It was a white cat. And I was holding this little white dog, and the cat was coming towards me, and I didn't want it to jump on me, so I set the dog down. And then of course, the dog chases the cat, and I'm calling him like, Chino, like, get over here, like, don't do that. And the girl came up and she's like, your dog's gonna like attack my cat. And I was like, he's not gonna do that, but he peed on the cat. I was like, oh my gosh. He peed on the cat, and it created this huge puddle. And then like the girl was saying whatever. I was like, I'm gonna find like a bucket and a mop. I'm gonna clean it up. I was looking around. I couldn't find the bucket and the mop, but I didn't want to leave the mess there because I did let the dog go. But I didn't want to be pounced on by the cat and have it like scratching my face or whatever, like some kind of old movie cartoon. Speaking of Acme, um, so yeah, I wanted to clean up the pee because it was a lot of pee, but it peed on the cat, and then I couldn't find the bucket and the mop to clean it up. So, and I woke up still like looking for the bucket and the mop. Maybe the staff cleaned it up. I don't know. It was interesting though. I don't understand. And I was with my little brother. I was like, look, it's the cats. And then they were walking towards us. I was like, uh-uh. I just set the dog down, and then nature took over. Nature handled the rest. So the cards, though, it's the King of Pentacles with the King of Cups. What's up with these cups? And Pisces. That looks like a Pisces on it, maybe. Is that a Pisces on the cup? Shout out to this camera for like focusing today. Yeah, it was weird. I don't get it. It was interesting. And then the secondary high priestess. The high priestess is leaving too. What's happening? Look, the high priestess she's like going beyond the veil again. She put the crown down and everything. She's going behind the curtain. I didn't even realize that was a curtain. I thought it was a wall. What's happening? Or maybe it's like she's looking beyond the veil. Like this would be like some kind of parallel reality type of thing. Like this is the reality where the fool that the flower holds is red and it's not a dog, it's a cat. And it makes me think of the Three of Wands in the Spirit Keeper's Tarot, because the Three of Wands, it's like you get a prophecy, but it's like something about it is different. Instead of it being a new crown prince, you get a new crown princess at the Six of Wands. So it's not necessarily enough to change the energy. It's not enough to change the outcome in a significant way, but it's almost like there was a certain expectation. And because there was that expectation, there were certain things that we were looking out for. I feel like it is also a little, and it's like maybe the high priestess is like she looks behind the curtain to get some information, and then when she turns around, she puts her hat and she says it. Um, we went from the Page of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. We had the Page of Cups, and now the King of Cups. The Sun. So it's almost like it would be two worlds or realities with the same sun. It's like two different sides of the same coin. And this is the space in between the two of them. The high priestess, though, could also be opening this space. And if this space, like if she drops the curtain, if she removes the veil, then it's almost like she wouldn't be needed anymore. That's why she puts her crown down, because now we can just look on the other side. We don't have to have someone there to relay information from the other side. We can look more directly. I picked rune number 5. And then I just sent Russ the picture. I was like, I picked rune number 5 because in rune number 5, he was talking about something about the environment. And then I was like, look, here's a flower that grew in an environment where it's not a lot of other flowers. It's been pretty like dirt and like little rocks and a bunch of sticks, bundled up sticks, bundles of sticks in the backyard. Um, but flowers just are randomly popping up. And as you know, flowers pop up, then they spread seeds for more flowers to pop up, and it'll fill that area. I don't know how much time it'll take, or if those seeds won't go even further, but it's the beginning. The tower. I want one more. I would love a 4-3-2-1, please. Just one, please. Yarn. Is it Yarna? Excuse me. And then the other one was about the Jupiter Neptune conjunction and Mars and Lilith. Trining. Lilith in Cancer, Mars and Pisces. Oh, come on. That was my card. There we go. Hopefully this is one. The magician, the bored magician. With that cup again. The bottom of the deck is judgment again. Maybe it's just. So now it's almost feeling like the stage is set. It's like there's something that was happening, some kind of illumination and healing, but there was something else. It's almost like if it were a Rube Goldberg machine, it's waiting for something to like happen or transpire before the hangman, like before it sets into motion. It's like everything is ready. It's just waiting for the trigger or the signal for it to move forward. And then the Knight of Pentacles has become a king. And so it's like now maybe this is like earth energy. We got the sun, temperance, and the hangman. And now with the matured earth, we have the King of Cups and this High Priestess. High Priestess is like, I've said everything that I can say. I've done everything that I can do. When this thing is triggered, it's like it's out of her hands. And so she goes back beyond the veil, and now the tower happens. And the magician sits here without his tools being able to do anything. And again, it's judgment day. And maybe it just speaks to the nature of it's just like effect. Things have reached the point where it's like the once the first domino falls, they kind of sort of move too fast to stop them. There's just things play out now. There's nothing else to sort of do. It's just it plays out. The thing happens. Now I need one card. You were emotional. I really went in deep. Oof. I watched it. I think probably as I was falling asleep. It was late last. It was the last thing I watched right before bed. Um, so I don't remember too much. I know Mars has finally made it through the Aquarius, where Saturn and Jupiter conjuncted in Aquarius, and where everything was passing through Aquarius after the Great Conjunction. I guess because I think Mars and Venus got really close in Aquarius after that too. I don't know if they necessarily did another full-on conjunction. Um, well, I feel like they had to, because I think Venus is still in Aquarius, right? Is Venus still in Aquarius? Did Mars overtake Venus? How does that happen? No, can't be, right? No, Venus is in Pisces 13 degrees. Okay, that didn't happen. I was like, hold up. Venus Slower than Mars? Unless it's retrograding. I don't think that happens. Yeah, they're both in Pisces. And I got my one card. It's the King of Cups. With the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I just want to see this king. There seems to be it feels like this king is more upset than this one. And he has an effect on the waves around him. So the ship that was sailing on smooth waters in the back, now it's like it's in peril. It might go under, it might sink. If you see the difference between those two ships and the two expressions. Either that or he's whispering something to the water to sink that ship in the back. But where is this King of Cups? If his cup is still good and he has this sort of symbol of power. On the other side of the veil? Question mark. He posted it. It was a community post. He made a community post linking to the website, Steph, and on the website he posted the links to the videos. So they're unlisted, but you can find them if you go to wrestlingaround.com. I'm pretty sure it's wrestlingaround.com, right? I'm like 99% sure it's just wrestlingaround.com. Yes, wrestlingaround.com. Wrestlingaround.com. It's the Pisces show right now. Everyone has their part to play in this production. Venus is exalted in Pisces. Yeah. Kirsty. Oh, snap. How you doing? How are you, Kizzy Cat? And then the Knight of Cups is here. See, it's like here's this like dissatisfied cups energy, but at the bottom, it's good. Is this in the same space? Is this a different space? Is this the other side of the veil? Or is this connected to some kind of. And this is a very mercurial energy because of the winged helmet and the winged boots. Mercury is in Taurus. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. No, because then that would be Aries. It's not even in a water sign. In Vedic, it might retrograde back into Pisces. Excuse me. Glad to hear it. It's like there's an open line of communication somewhere. It just feels like larger energies, more subtle energies are It's like everything in this chapter is coming to a close. Everything that could be said has been said. Judgment has already made like 3 appearances trying to like blow the horn. And it's interesting because with this temperance and the hangman, it's like both of these energies are just waiting. The high priestess is done. And all of that happens and transpires before this tower. I don't know if this deck will tell me, but can you tell me where this King of Cups is? We'll see. We'll see. We'll look at him. The lovers finally embracing rays of the sunlight, making it through the clouds. These look like two people. Because isn't that how the people in the second judgment card were dressed? They were all dressed in clothes like that. They find each other in the new world on the other side of that energy. It's like that's where the energy is flowing to now. Yeah, see, look, there they are. The people in the secondary judgment card. Look, they found each other. So here's judgment again with the Knight of Cups that's heading in the same direction, but on facing the opposite side on the horse, and he's drinking his own cup. And then we have the Empress. And then the second judgment card. Which is like, if we look at the numbers, this is a 2023. There's a 20, a 20, and a 3. In the like this is more 2023, but I don't think 2320 is a 2320 is a long way off. You're 20,000 and 30 20,320. 2320. Oof. I can't even imagine 2320. 2320 is also March 20th, 2022, which is roughly, at least here in the States, when like lockdown started going into full swing. The 20th day of the third month of 2020. Excuse me. Hey, hands up for a connection. March 2023 is supposed to loosen some chokehold on the collective. Really? What happens in March 2023? Does Pluto firmly move into Aquarius? Does Saturn enter Pisces? The nodes, are the nodes going to be in Libra, Aquarius, or Aries, Libra? Yeah. Now I got to look at March 2023. One second. Uno momento, por favor. It's just like the energy is moving. And so it might be in lower concentrations if we don't move with it. Jupiter is going to be conjuncting Chiron in Aries with Vesta. Venus in the North Node still in Taurus. Uranus still in Taurus. Mars in Gemini. This is March 17th, 2023. Black Moon Lilith in retrograde in Virgo. Carries retrograde in Libra. Pluto 29 degrees Capricorn. Moon in Aquarius. Saturn 1 degree Pisces. So it might be when Saturn moves into Pisces. Icarus retrograde 3 degrees Pisces. Neptune and Mercury. Neptune, Mercury, and the Sun in Pisces. 25, 26, 27 Pisces. Look at that. 25, 26, 27 Pisces. Neptune, the Sun, and Mercury. Oh, so that's going to be before. No. So that's before the new moon in Aries, because that's the end of March. The Sun, I don't know. Is the new moon in Pisces going to be on like the last day of Pisces season? Because that's like 3 degrees that the Sun has left in Pisces. And then the moon is already in Aquarius. But that would be like all of Aquarius and all of Pisces. So it'll probably be a new moon Aries. Yeah, it's looking like a new moon Aries. Yeah, it's a new moon Aries. It's like 0 degrees though. It's on the cusp. Oh, is it though? Yeah, because now it's 17. So it'll. I don't know if that's going to be a new moon Pisces on the last day, or a new moon Aries on the first day. It's looking like a new moon Aries on the first day of Aries. But anyway. hmm But so when the nodes go Aries Libra for tropical, then it'll be Pisces Virgo in Vedic. It could be the Vedic influence coming in now, or it could be speaking to the next nodal cycle after this one. So here's this Knight of Cups drinking its own cup. This, and it's heading in the same direction that Judgment is. It's facing the same direction, but the horse is moving in a different direction. The horse is moving in the direction of the Empress. The Knight is facing the direction of this mobile Judgment. And then at the bottom of the deck, again, it feels like the lovers that find themselves in this new world. Look, there's the other Knight of Cups. So I don't know what's happening with these cups. Here's the other Knight with the World card before she steps through. So maybe I feel like this most easily reads as like we have to this it's an energy of coming into a greater love with ourselves and for ourselves before we connect to others in this new space, or as we do that for ourselves now we'll be able to connect more deeply with others in that new space, and then we'll be able to like offer the cup to someone else because we've already offered it to self and worked through all of this Empress judgment energy. So anyway, this is a new deck that I just got. It's the Prime Muse Tarot. There's two. They doubled up the majors. They doubled up the court cards. Um, let's see. I'm gonna read this King of Cups. Let's see what he got to say. I'll read both of them. I'll read the second one first. Something serious happened to the king. Let's just push these down. It's this one. Something serious happened to the king. He barely holds himself up with a distressed expression while does not noticing that the cup is spilling. His wand has disappeared, and the boat is sinking in the waves, representing his emotions. The King of Cups does not understand that something he cannot handle has happened, but he does not seem to be able to cope with the situation that well. Someone who can help him should come, but no one seems to understand his feelings properly for now. If the king of a country shows a weak attitude like this, it will sometimes be a serious weak point or a fatal opportunity. It's interesting that it's carrying an energy of like something that he can't understand or something that he can't fathom happening when it feels like he there was like ample opportunity, like there was ample warning, there was ample foresight. Maybe he just didn't think it would happen. And then the high priestess gets up, or maybe it's a little bit more scorpionic in nature, where it's like there's the persona that we put on Prime Muse. Excuse me. You're having a strange year so far. Aries North Node, Libra South Node. Oof. That's a nodal return for you next year, or next nodal year. Uh, no problem, Twitty. Maybe there's also an energy of like that which cannot be spoken of, that which cannot be requested, cannot be addressed. Because if it's an external King of Pentacles energy where everything is sort of like put together and business as well, and there's a stability, but internally there's like some upset. It's almost like there's nothing that can be done. And it's not that there isn't anything that could be done, but it's like he's waiting for someone to come and help him, but he's not asking for help. And with the temperance sort of just like waiting and the high priestess like getting up, it's like, well, if you're not going to ask, then what can be done? Like there are some times where spirit can just like intervene, but other times where it's like, you have not because you ask not. There's a certain level of consent and choice. It's like we have to ask for it sometimes, like a non-intervention, because it flips things upside down in your chart. My chart is already upside down, so it's like equally as upside down in Vedic astrology for me. In Vedic, I have a placement in Virgo, but then I don't have anything in Libra. So it's my Jupiter. In Vedic, my Jupiter moves from Libra to Virgo. But I'm still like all over the place. My Venus is in Pisces in Vedic though, instead of Aries. But then my Sun is in Aquarius, which I still see. And my Saturn is in Capricorn, which makes sense. Okay. So I think that King of Cups is on the other side, or is comfortable with where he is, so that by the time things transpire and go down, it's like he'll be okay. He's made himself ready. There's devil energy. Yours an upside down mirror of the standard in tropical. What? Libra, Sun, Aries, rising. Oh, there we go. Oh, a title card. The copyright card. The Page of Wands with the copyright card. Bottom of the deck is the secondary Empress. Oh, your houses. Okay. Oh, gotcha. It's interesting that the Page of Wands, I think this is the second card. Because look at his face. But it's like he's looking at the wand for the first time instead of just like being led by it. No, that is the primary. This is the original card. But it feels like he's in a space of really like observing his desires rather than like just being led by them. Um, which is interesting. It's that like, why do I want what I want? Or like, what do I hope to gain by getting it? And so it goes a lot deeper. And it feels like with the big cat leopard cheetah, with the cheetah, I think this is a cheetah. And with the Empress, not only will it make like manifesting things easier, it feels like it adds a certain element of power to that because the Page of Wands is now more aware of what they desire. And it's like because there's an increased awareness, there's an increased ability to have things come about. It feels like it also adds a lot of flexibility because it's like, you know, if you want a certain job because it'll make you a certain amount of money, it's like if you want the money that's associated with a certain type of position more than you are like passionate about that position, then maybe it's like you'll get another opportunity where you'll make the same, more, or a comparable amount of money, but it'll be one that like you're actually interested in. But if you're just looking at the job, if you're just looking at the title, then you wouldn't even like consider the other one. It's like how pharmacists apparently make a bunch of money. And I was like, oh, you know, pharmacists who work in Walgreens. Not that I would necessarily do anything for the money, but I didn't know that Walgreens pharmacists were paid as well as they are because you see them in Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, anywhere, everywhere, right? But it's just like there could be a different opportunity if we know why. Because the why could be met in many hows, and there are many whats that fulfill like a single why. So when we have to decide which, it would make it easier because now we're not going for a what or a how, we're going for the why. And if multiple things fulfill that why, then we get to make more informed choices and decisions as to which we choose. Now, the wins and the wheres probably still matter. I don't know if why. Well, if the when or where is a part of the why, then the when or where will address it. But I feel like it feels like by itself, the why doesn't necessarily, well, it could address a where and a when. It's like if location is important, if it's important to be close to family, or if your why involves family, then it might be easier if there's less distance there. So then the where would matter more than the what or the how. But again, it's just like when we are cognizant of the many aspects and reasons why we pursue and desire the things that we pursue and desire, then we're open to other avenues of fulfillment. Some that may be more fulfilling than others. Um, and I was thinking before about the word understand, and it's like how it's like, do you understand or do you overstand? Or it's like, I overstand this. Do you understand? And I think that when it comes to the word understanding, that understanding something isn't always connotatively a bad thing when it comes to what understanding means. Because if you want to get to the roots of something, if you want to know what's happening at the bottom of the iceberg, then will an overstanding help you do that? An overstanding only gives you what's sort of like above the surface. Sometimes an above the surface knowing is more important. Sometimes an under the surface knowing is more important. What, like, where is it roots? Where are its roots? What motivates it? How did this, what was the first domino in the series of dominoes that led to this transpiring and happening? Sometimes getting lost in the roots is no, it doesn't serve a practical benefit to us. But yeah, just like for what the word understanding is, I thought it interesting that it's not like underperforming. You know what I mean? Because performance is more surface. It's more extroverted, expressive, masculine in that way. But understanding is more like knowledge based. It's more into introspective. It's more feminine. So with it being a more feminine aspected concept, a feminine under feels appropriate. I don't know. My brain is weird like that. It's just like I hear a lot of people talk about the etymology of a lot of things, and I think for me personally, words have meaning, but intentions hold meaning, and there are certain things that supersede other things. And so it's like, but there are different things for different people. So I'm just not a person that like that gets into all that. So I'm wired in a different way. My belief powers different things, and I put like my belief points in different stats, and so I might not be intellect or wisdom heavy. You know what I mean? I might have a strength based or dexterity based build, and so for me, strength and dexterity are good. They're not as useful as intellect and wisdom or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's this deck. Let's just look at a few more cards. Of course, judgment again, the magician again, the queen of swords, the sun, the fool, the queen of wands. See, this is why you don't have a cat. Because the dog is like actively trying to pull the fool away from the ledge. The cat will watch you fall. The cat will watch you fall. That's what cats do. We already know that cats are like that. The cat will push you off the ledge. Like it knocks the glass off of the mantle. I'm just playing. And the flowers, it's like more prominent now, but it's still up there. Oof. That is not a fool that's walking on sunshine. That fool is like, I should have got a dog. That fool said I should have gotten a dog. Oh, look. Look at this sun card. Yes. The little baby's grown now. And I just saw the Queen of Wands somewhere. Ooh, look at the 2 stars. Where's that Queen of Wands? Oh, here she is. With the sunflowers. I'm pretty sure that's the traditional Nine of Swords. The original. There's the OG Temperance. OG Temperance is still like, oh, this needs to be tempered. There needs to be more balance. But the Temperance up here was like, that work is already done. Like, all that needed to be done is done. All that needed to be said is said. And now it's just things will begin to happen. And it's not without warning. It's not without caution. It's not without whatever. But anyway. Red is known for correction energy. You're a Virgo sun, Libra ascendant. Oh, goodness. There we go. So the 2 stars with the Page of Wands. Maybe that's another thing too. It's like with that increase in awareness, maybe wish fulfillment is just different. This star is gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This 7th star is gone. But now we have a peacock there. I don't know if the star is embodied in the peacock or what. Or if it's behind the peacock. It might be behind it. Maybe the peacock is eclipsing that 7th star. Oh, here's the peacock here before it flew down. That reminds me of that video when Russ was in wherever Russ was. And the peacock like flew down and he was like, okay, I'm leaving. But it's like, not only does it allow for, because it's like, without this awareness, it's not that it's wasted healing or wasted energy, but it's like there's some of it that goes on to water other things. Some of it makes its way back to this body of water. But it's like when we're aware, we can concentrate that energy better in the space that it needs to go. There's less runoff. And it's not that runoff is bad. It's just like if there were 20 things that you had to do, and so you slowly make progress on all 20 things rather than like devoting more energy to 1 or 2, and then it's like knocking them out so that there's less and less and less and there's more that's complete. It feels like it would get done faster because of the attention that we're able to put into it rather than it just running in the background. Also, with her standing up, she almost like comes into the space of embodying sort of a star energy, or she reveals herself as the star, just like the peacock is that other star. And then we have the last judgment, the second judgment card in reverse again. I might need to count these and make sure I carded. I'll do it off the video. Page of Pentacles now. Page of Wands and Page of Pentacles came out together in a reading, and it was gorgeous because that's the energy of like, not only do we have the determination to do the thing, not only do we have the stick-to-itiveness and the dedication to see it made manifest, it's also like it'll be enjoyable and pleasurable throughout every phase of it too. There's something interesting. I have a deck where these coffins are on water. I don't know if it's the vice versa, but it feels like with all the water going into the water, it makes the land. There's something about the land being the land. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I got. I don't know how I'm going to use these or where these are going to use these, where, how, or where these are going to fit in, but I like them. I'm just like, do I need like 44 majors and 32 court cards? I don't know. I don't know. You think cats get a bad rap? I'm a cat person. I love cats. I prefer cats over dogs. I just want to clarify that. But there are some things that I can appreciate a dog's perspective and presence for more so than a cat's. Even though there are videos of cats like protecting kids by chasing off deer or whatever. So cats can do it too, but anyway, hey Matt, how you doing? The wheel manner. All the way around and back again with the new perspective. I mean, I still have to do my taxes. So, so it's whatever. I'm just saying for some things it feels like for some situations it would be more like we would get through things quickly if we like do one and then the other. Oh, is that the wheel method where you do one and then the next and then the next and then the next and not like everything at once? Because I can be like I try to do everything at one time and don't really make progress on anything and then run out of time or stay more. I forget that there were things that I was doing. So yeah. You filed an extension. But in fast motion, it's incredibly fun to watch. All right, well, that's what I got. I like this deck. I enjoy it. The Queen of Cups now. Look at her. Good for her. She's like dancing and stuff now. It feels like there's a certain it feels like she's able to like establish boundaries and she's able to care to a proper she's like it's not overly caring, and so she gets to have more fun. She gets to enjoy herself and her life while also at the same time being that nurturing, connected, empathic, intuitive energy that she is. But all of that, it doesn't have to take away from the experience of life, which is gorgeous, which is beautiful. And we see another cup in the hand. We're ending it with the cup in the hand. I don't know what was up with all those cups that, like the magician just had a cup that was on the table, and the first king of cups that we saw, like his cup was spilling because he was in his own head doing whatever, and it was like causing the things to surge and swell, and the boat was going under, and I don't know. But anyway, you snuck in the commonly known as part. Mm. You got 3 cats and had 4 dogs. Now just 3. Mm. A cup in the hand is worth 3 in the bush. I love it. That's what the 5 of cups. Yeah, because it was temperance. Temperance had the 1 cup that was upright and the 1 cup that was in the water. Um, but yeah, no problem. I hope you all. Excuse me. I hope you all have a good whatever whenever you see this and that you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. And Steph, again, my condolences. And I will catch y'all. You used to work doing taxes for him. For H&R Block? Oh, snap. I think I heard something or saw a commercial. I mean, it's tax season, so hearing about H&R Block this time of the year is not uncommon. But yeah, this is a fun deck. We'll see when I use it, how I use it, where it'll come out, come through, whatever. We'll figure it out, I'm sure. Or it'll be a deck that I don't use. And I don't know. All right. Catch you next time. Bye. Thank you all for being here.